You already know this. That's the most uncomfortable part of this entire conversation. You already know your phone is a problem. You've known for a while. You felt it. The way an hour disappears when you only meant to check something for 2 minutes. The way you reach for it before you're even fully awake in the morning. The way you can't sit with silence for more than 30 seconds without feeling the pull. The way you've been in a room full of people and felt completely alone because everyone, including you, was somewhere else entirely. You know, and knowing hasn't been enough to change it, so I'm not here to tell you something you don't already know. I'm here to tell you something you haven't fully let yourself feel yet. What this is actually costing you, not in a vague general sense, specifically, concretely, in ways that are showing up in your life right now, whether you've connected the dots or not. Because this isn't about screen time statistics. This isn't about blue light and sleep hygiene and digital wellness tips. I don't care about any of that. I care about this. There is a version of you that is sharper, more creative, more present, more driven, more capable of deep thought and meaningful connection than the version you're living as right now. And your phone is the single biggest reason that version of you hasn't shown up yet. Not your circumstances, not your opportunities, not your background, not your resources, your phone, the thing in your pocket, the thing you've handed more of your attention to than almost any person, any project, any dream in your entire life. That is not an exaggeration. Think about how many hours a day you're actually on it. Really think. Most people, when they check their screen time, are genuinely shocked. 4 hours? 6 hours? Some people 8 or more. You do that for a year, and you've handed over thousands of hours of your one life to a device designed by some of the smartest engineers on the planet, specifically to keep you on it as long as humanly possible. This is not an accident. This is not your weakness. This is a billion-dollar industry built around capturing your attention and monetizing it. And you have been losing that war every single day without even realizing you were in it. Here is what attention actually is, and I need you to understand this at a deeper level than you have before. Attention is not just focus. Attention is not just a productivity tool. Attention is your life. Every moment of genuine attention you give to something is a moment of your life invested in that thing. Your attention is where your life actually goes. Not your intentions, not your plans, not what you say you value, or what you put in your notes app at midnight when you're feeling motivated. Where your attention goes day after day is where your life goes. Full stop. And if you track honestly where your attention has been going for the last year, the last 3 years, the last 5, how much of it went toward things that genuinely built something? A real skill, a real relationship, a dream you actually care about, a version of yourself you're proud of, and how much of it went into a screen, into content you cannot even remember watching, into arguments with strangers who will never matter to your life, into the highlight reels of other people's lives, making you feel behind in your own, into an endless feed that was specifically engineered to feel urgent and important while giving you almost nothing real in return. You have been paying with the most valuable currency you have, and the return on that investment has been close to zero. And the transaction happens so fast and so constantly and so automatically that you never stop to add up what it's costing you. Let me tell you what I think the real damage is, because it goes much deeper than lost hours. The deeper damage is what constant fragmented phone use does to the architecture of your mind. Your ability to think deeply. Your ability to sit with a hard problem long enough to actually break through it. Your ability to be bored without immediately escaping. Your ability to generate an original idea rather than just react to someone else's content all day. Your ability to be fully present with another human being without half your attention being somewhere else. These are not small things. These are the capacities that determine the quality of every single area of your life. Your work, your relationships, your sense of self. Deep thinking requires sustained attention. The kind where you stay with something uncomfortable for long enough that your brain starts working on it. Real breakthroughs do not happen in 2-minute windows between notifications. They happen in long, uninterrupted stretches, where your mind has genuine space to move, to connect ideas, to go somewhere new. And if you have been on your phone constantly for years, your ability to access that state has been quietly eroding. Not dramatically, not in one moment you can point to, just a little every day until sitting down to focus feels almost impossible. Until your attention span has shortened to the point where even things you care about feel difficult to sustain. Until you open a book you actually want to read and find yourself reaching for your phone before the second page. That is not who you are. That is what years of fragmented attention have trained you into. And it happens so gradually that it just feels like your personality now. It is not your personality, it is a habit. The people who are genuinely winning, the ones building real things, they are not more talented than you. They are more focused. In a world where attention is pulled in 40 directions, the ability to focus has become one of the rarest and most valuable things. Think about the last time you had a genuinely original thought. An idea that felt truly yours, not something you saw somewhere. Because original thought requires input silence. It requires your mind to have space not filled with other people's content. Your creativity is not gone. It is buried under an avalanche of input that never stops, never pauses. Give your mind some real silence and watch what starts to surface. You will be surprised. Then there are your relationships. This one is quiet, but the damage is real. How many conversations have you been fully there? Real presence, the kind that makes people feel genuinely seen, is becoming rare, and people feel its absence. These apps were designed by teams of psychologists to make the product as difficult to put down as humanly possible. Variable reward schedules, infinite scroll. Every feature was tested to trigger the same reward pathways as gambling. You're not weak because you keep reaching for your phone. You are human and using a product built to exploit you. Acknowledging that is not making excuses. It is being accurate. And being accurate is the only way to actually solve it. You cannot beat a system this sophisticated through discipline alone. You have to change the environment. Remove the friction that keeps you in and create friction that slows you down. That means making a few decisions, once that remove the need for willpower every single time. Put your phone in another room when you sleep, charge it in the kitchen, not as punishment, as a declaration that your mornings belong to you, that the first hour of your day will be shaped by your own mind, and not by an algorithm deciding what you should feel and think about before you have even had a conversation with yourself. Delete the apps that you know are the problem from your home screen and make them harder to access. Turn off every notification that is not a direct message. Make the default harder, because right now the default is open, available, always on, always watching. Change the default. Then protect one block of time every single day where the phone is not just on silent, but completely away. 90 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you can commit to, honestly, and use that time to build something, create something, think something all the way through to the end. Practice a skill. Work on the thing that the best version of you would be spending their time on. That block of time will do more for your life than almost any other change. Because in that block, the compounding begins. Skills develop, ideas connect, work gets done, and slowly the gap between where you are and where you want to be starts to close. You will feel the discomfort at first, the pull toward the phone that is not there, that uncomfortable, restless feeling when the stimulation stops. That is your brain recalibrating. And it passes. Usually within a few days of consistency, it genuinely passes. And what is on the other side of it is a quieter mind. The slow return of your own voice inside your head that has been drowned out for so long you forgot what it sounded like. The best version of you is not a distant destination. It is largely what is already there underneath the noise. Sharper, more creative, and more capable of depth than you remember. They are there, waiting. Not for some perfect moment or some massive life change. Just for you to put the phone down long enough for them to breathe. Your phone is not your enemy. But right now it is winning, and it is winning not with your permission exactly, but with your habit. And you're not a slave to your habits. You built them, and you can rebuild them. One decision at a time, one protected hour at a time. Put it down, not forever, just long enough to remember who you are without it. You might be genuinely surprised by who shows up. And one last thing, do not wait until you feel ready. Do not wait until the timing is better. The moment you decide is the moment you have the most momentum. After this video ends, do not open another one. Just close the app, put the phone face down, and go do the one thing you have been putting off. Every time you choose the harder, better thing over the easy, empty thing, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. The version of you that is fully present, deeply focused, and actually building the life you want is just on the other side of a habit you have the power to break. Start today. Start now. Start with the very next hour you have. Reclaim your attention. Reclaim your time. Reclaim yourself.